Wow, look at what's happening at Real Madrid. You blink, and there's already a huge controversy at the Bernabéu. And it's not just some small thing, it's serious drama between Vinícius Jr. and Xabi Alonso, the team's biggest star against the coach, who just arrived to lead a new era. It feels like a soap opera scene, but it's real football happening right before our eyes. The match against Espanyol ended in victory. The score was comfortable, but anyone who turned on the TV or opened a newspaper in Spain only saw one thing: Vini's closed face, the bottle flying to the ground, and the strange atmosphere with the coach. This isn't a minor detail, it's a sign that there's something big going on behind the scenes. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. What's really happening inside Real Madrid, why this isn't just a normal substitution, and how far this story might go. So, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell, because the drama in Madrid is just getting started. When we talk about Real Madrid, the first image that comes to mind is trophies, spectacle, decisive stars. But behind the scenes, things are very different from how they look. The 2-0 win against Espanyol could have been just another quiet night at the Bernabéu, but it wasn't. The result was overshadowed, because the scene that dominated newspapers, social media, and sports shows was Vinícius Jr.'s reaction to being substituted. The game was unfolding normally. Vini was creating danger, troubling the defense, and even Xabi Alonso himself admitted afterward. The only thing missing was a goal to make it a perfect performance. But in the 77th minute, the shock came. Number 7 lit up on the electronic board. The Brazilian looked, frowned, left the pitch without hiding anything, and, according to reports, even slammed a bottle to the ground. For those in the stadium, the feeling was immediate. This wasn't normal frustration. It was a gesture loaded with meaning. And the message was received. A's didn't hold back. It printed that the situation is turning into a public feud. Date. And when an internal issue starts leaking out like this, it's serious. It's different from a locker room argument that ends there. We're talking about one of the squad's biggest stars, a fan idol, making it clear in front of everyone that he didn't like the coach's decision. Xabi Alonso, of course, tried to smooth things over in the press conference, and he was even elegant. He said he loved Vini's game, that the only thing missing was the goal, that maybe he could have waited a few more minutes, but justified it.
Venía Vini calentito con el señor colegiado hasta que miró a la banda y asumió que su partido había terminado. De camino a la pausa de hidratación, poco convencido. Xabi lo sabe, le mira sin respuesta. No hay conexión. Le busca 2 palmadas. Pero lo peor llegará cuando se acerque Sebastián Parrilla, los dos, Franco y Vini, fuera. Vini pide explicaciones, no entiende por qué hoy tampoco va a terminar el partido. Xabi de nuevo lo ve, 2 palmadas y amago de agarre. Vini no responde. Xabi, que todo lo ve, se gira e insiste de manera más cariñosa. Lo explica el cambio.
Quería seguir porque se encontraba bien, podía haber esperado, pero bueno, el partido era de cogerlo el control y necesitábamos gente de refresco, o sea que quedan muchos partidos.
No hay consuelo, no entiende la decisión. Thibaut tampoco le hará entrar en razón. Que sí, que me voy. Botella por los aires. Mascullando de camino al banquillo y rápido a vestuarios una vez terminado el partido. El del resto claro, porque el suyo volvió a terminar antes de tiempo. Y eso a Vini no le gustó absolutamente nada.
Pois hoje faltou-lhe o gol, não é? Sim, talvez o Cam, no momento em que estava melhor, talvez pudesse ter esperado um pouco para mudá-lo um pouco mais tarde, mas achava que colocar gente por fora um pouco com refresco tanto. Franco também queria continuar jogando. Ele me dizia: você me troca? Eu digo: sim, Franco, eu troco você. E com Vini acontecia algo parecido. Queria continuar porque se sentia bem, podia ter esperado, mas bem, o jogo era de assumir o controle e precisávamos de gente fresca, ou seja, que ainda há muitos jogos e faltou-lhe o gol, teve a chance, acertou na trave e foi uma pena.
Como você vê isso? Como você gerencia essa situação? Porque ele saiu irritado.
Com normalidade. Franco também saiu um pouco chateado, não? Ele me perguntou e quando eu disse que sim, vi que ele não ficou muito contente, mas bem, no final a todos lhes acontece, mas estou contente com o jogo que Vini fez, com o jogo que o Franco fez. Você também precisa, em momentos pontuais, de gente de refresco e aí o calendário é muito exigente, ou seja, seguimos.
The schedule is heavy. We needed fresh legs to control the game. The classic standard speech. But in football, speeches may be standard. The signs on the field never are. And in this case, the signs were far too strong. There's an even more curious detail. Alonso himself admitted he took Vini off when he was at his best moment. In other words, he knew the player was doing well, knew he was growing into the game, but still chose to change. And that feels like a message. And not just any message. A reminder that, no matter how great the player, the coach is the one in charge. But when the player in question is Vinícius Jr., that message doesn't land so simply. Because we're not talking about a youth prospect. We're talking about the guy who became the symbol of a new era, who carried the team on decisive Champions League nights, who became one of Real Madrid's most important faces worldwide. And when that star shows publicly that he didn't like it one bit, the fans pick it up. The media amplifies it. And the locker room feels it. And this isn't new. This wasn't the first time Alonso subbed Vini in a key moment. The repetition is starting to sting. Fans ask, why take off the one player who can win the game? Vini himself must be asking the same thing. And when that kind of doubt creeps in, trust starts to wobble. And trust, in football, is fuel. When a coach shows trust in a star, the star pays it back on the field. When a coach conveys doubt, it snowballs. That's what lingered in the air at the Bernabéu. The sense that this isn't just another substitution, but a relationship starting to crack. And if this already happens in a calm match against Espanyol, imagine the explosion if the same scene repeats itself in a Clásico against Barcelona, or in a Champions League semi-final. The problem isn't the act itself, it's what it represents. And today, in Madrid, that gesture represents something bigger. A clash of authority between the team's biggest talent and a coach still trying to establish his style. And that's exactly where the tension grows. Because this isn't just about football, it's about power.